off in her direction.
Is that a transmitter? Let's see. Phone home, Bet free souls anxious from you.
Bet free,
How do you know that?
I know everything about you. Oh, you're the Myrmidons.
Myrmidons, that's the knife. Thing on the name of the knife. Transmission was getting clearer. I had to be getting closer.
Never mind that. I need to ask you something. What's the password for the number 0?
Number 0?
Help you, man.
I'm no man.
How the hell can you crack jokes right now?
You haven't given me my answer. What's the deactivation code? Hey, what are you... Stop!
I will get my pen and paper ready because Insism told me to. I'm going to write it on the main one that I have yet to throw away. Balls! That didn't sound good. I sped up and quickly crested the hill in front of me. There they were. Stop! I went down the hill as fast as I could, half running, half sliding. With the suits on, I couldn't tell who was who, but I had to stop them. I clambered to my feet, slightly winded from my ordeal. The suited figure I'd slammed against lay on the ground next to the other one. I moved over to peer through the visor. Dio. His eyes were closed, almost like he was just sleeping. My tackle must have knocked him out. Yeah.
Thanks. That was a close one.
No sweat. What's this transmitter you were talking about?
You heard, huh?
Yep.
Well, it's right over there. See that briefcase-looking thing? He was trying to use that to get in touch with somebody.
Where did he get it?
Probably had it hidden somewhere.
Hidden? Are you saying Dio's been here before?
Yeah, probably. My guess is he came here, hid the transmitter, and then snuck into the building.
And then killed the old lady. I'm not quite sure what to make of that, so I decided to take a closer look at the transmitter. There's a secret on the screen on the upper part with a bunch of numbers that looked like nothing. What the heck is this? Hold on. I will write all these down. I care not. 7, 8, 1, And then we got... I'm writing them down anyway, Insism. I'm feeling like I'm investigating and writing in my handy-dandy notebook. Which I am. Is that a phone number?
It's too long for that. It's 25 digits.
Yep. What is it then?
Don't know. I assume it's some kind of code, but I don't see a key to decode it with.
I heard an odd crackling noise in my helmet. It took me a moment to realize it was a voice. Dio's voice. Heh. Interesting, Indim. Interesting. What's so funny?
Sorry. You guys just had it so fucking backwards I couldn't help myself. You can't find the key to decode it? Well, no shit. The key's right in front of your face.
What?
That's the key. The message is somewhere else. You need those 25 numbers to decode it.
None of what he was saying made any sense to me. Dio, what's going on here? Who were you trying to call with this thing?
What, you don't know? At least one of you is appropriately ignorant. Fine, Whatever. Might as well tell you. I don't really have any reason to hide my identity now that my mission's a success. Besides, she'll probably tell you if I don't. Might as well hear it straight from the horse's mouth.
Dio shifted to put his hands behind his head, but didn't bother to get up. I belong to an organization called the Myrmidons. You've probably never heard of it, but there might be a few people out there who've heard of Free the Soul. I haven't. Well, if you haven't, it's a sacred religious order with over 1 million true believers. The Myrmidons are the hand of Free the Soul. We do what needs to be done to bring us closer to the new world Free the Soul promises. There are some people who might call us terrorists. Then again, from their point of view, I suppose we might be. We're trying to tear down the corrupt world they've built, after all. But when the sun dawns for the first time on our new world, we'll be hailed as saints, holy messengers who cleanse the filth from a dying planet. Well, only a handful of people will really become saints. Not even all the Myrmidons will be guaranteed sainthood. First, you have to be raised with the teachings of Free the Soul from birth. Then you have to be chosen to join the ranks of the elite and achieve great things. Returning from this mission would secure my position. Free the Soul is built around the teachings of a man named Brother, who founded our order many years ago. His teachings are too profound for ordinary people to understand, but you could say that the core ideas of his doctrine are to separate oneself from worldliness, to destroy greed, and to divorce the soul from the body to cleanse it. Welcome to the cult. Those who follow his teachings with discipline and devotion will be reborn as a new form of human. Only this new species will be able to live in equality, in a world without war or starvation. Brother was born into a poor family. I've been told he didn't know his father and that he lost his mother at a young age. The only family he had was his younger brother, a boy named Left. Brother's brother is Left. They say Brother had a special power and that he was able to touch the thoughts of other people and see into them. It left him constantly exposed to the filthy greed of mankind. When Brother was 16, Left was found dead. His body was covered in bruises, but the police only made a cursory investigation and quickly ruled his death a suicide. Later, Brother would find out that the killer had paid the police a massive bribe to keep the truth hidden. He burned with rage, but also found himself immersed in cold despair. Eventually, he received a divine revelation. Mankind was thoroughly corrupted by greed. They had to be purified and a new world created. God had given Brother his mission. That was when he began to teach others the truth, and at the age of 26, he started Free the Soul. Once Free the Soul was established, he devoted his resources to research on human cloning, so that he could create the new species he'd foretold. He invited to assist him a team of scientists from a research facility in the United States, and a year later, the first 10 new humans were born. Those 10 were the first generation of Myrmidons. Incidentally, I'm from the 4th generation. Our DNA comes from Left, Brother's younger brother. That means that we all share a face, and we are all given the same name, Left. Some people think that's weird, but individuality seems much weirder to me. If everyone looks the same, there's no such thing as race or even individuality. With cloning, you don't even need different genders. How could you get more equal than that? Where's the fun? They just took out all the... Still, there's a little random deviation, and the other factors can influence a clone's development. I was the best of my generation, so I was chosen to lead the Myrmidons. Wait, I just realized, this is, Star Wars clones. Yeah. I was probably sent here because Brother noticed the caliber of my skills. Or you were toss of a hat. My mission was to infiltrate this facility. When I was given my orders, I thought this was going to be my chance. In all my life, I've only ever once been punished for breaking our laws. It had to do with women. I'd come into contact with someone unclean, and I was considered corrupted. Even if I was punished harshly and purified my soul, my dishonor remained. I wanted to prove my loyalty to brothers, so I was determined to be successful on this mission, no matter what. My entire purpose is to be part of the foundation of Brothers' New World. Now that I've fulfilled that purpose, for the first time in my life, I understand what true happiness is.
Oh, Holy Father, Holy Brother, Holy Master, my sacred mission is at last complete. With these two hands, mankind is saved. I am your will made flesh. In your name, I give thanks.
I'm going to write down brother and left, just in case. Brother is free the soul, dude. And left is his brother. Gosh. Okay. Ooh, so Dio is a clone of left. Right. His voice had taken an almost reverent tone, and as he finished speaking, he made some sort of odd sign over his chest. Fi shoved his hands away.
I don't care about your goddamn mission. You did this to us. Now we're going to...
She grabbed the rock he'd held over her only minutes ago and lifted it over her head. Fi? What are you doing?
Shut up! You still haven't answered my question. I'm going to ask you one more time. What is the password for the number 0 bomb?
Hold on. Number 0 bomb. So there's a 0 bomb? We only seen 1, 3, and 4. Bombs. 0.
God
Bomb.
damn it! Didn't I tell you to shut up? Now, tell me, what's the password?
She swung the rock down toward Dio's head.
Wait! Okay. Fine. It's not gonna do you any good, though. I completed my mission. What are you gonna do with the password at this point?
Not your problem. Just give it to me. Otherwise...
Fine. No skin off my back. The password for the 0 bomb is LXA QNS GDQ.
QNS. Games done quick. So the LAX, or LXA, in Quebec now sends games done quick. Cool. Fi tossed the rock off to the side.
You heard that, right, Sigma? The password. I'm going to try my best to remember it, but I won't know if I manage to until after I make the jump. There's a chance I won't remember anything, so you need to memorize it, just in case. Got it?
No idea what she was talking about, but I was beginning to understand that it was probably pretty important. With that in mind, I repeated the strange series of letters over and over in my head, doing my best to memorize them and write them down on a piece of paper that you don't throw away by putting it in front of your keyboard. And then double checking to make sure I wrote it down correctly. Okay.
Okay. We're done with you. Let's go.
Go where?
Not sure, but I think he does. Get up.
Fi grabbed Dio's arm and hauled him to his feet. He jerked his arm away petulantly and began to walk. Is there a city near here?
Yeah, well, not really a city, I guess. More like a shelter. Some people who survived the disaster live there.
Disaster? What disaster?
Just shut up and follow me. You can see for yourself.
I looked up. It must have been a clear night because there were more stars than I'd ever seen before. I thought I could even see the band of the Milky Way. Man, I want to go to a place in the world that just doesn't have gunk in it in the air. And in the middle of that field of stars shone the full moon, a giant red orb looming in the center of the sky. Had it always been so big? Probably not. Please be an ending. Please be an ending. Please be an actual ending. I think it's an actual ending. I think. It's playing music and it didn't say end or to be continued. And it's a black screen for me too. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Drop the bass. Yay! Woo! We got an ending! 1 out of 9, I think. I really hope this is an ending. I can't skip it though. Cool. That only took... You know what's interesting? Even if this game is really long, which I love. That was, what, 23, 25 hours? For the first ending? This game was what, 20 bucks? I actually don't know, because this was gifted by Sky. So I'm not 100%. Was it Sky or Wit? I keep getting great... The community donated it. This is a very good game, Wit. I agree. Totally worth. It took us 20 to finish 99. That was the first one. $15 if you buy the bundle. See? That's totally worth the bundle. Holy cow, yes it is. And I know Team Exelico is playing other games made by this developer, which just means that there's more great games with all this great story. And for those of you who are just confused out of the nowhere, we're not done with the game. There are different timelines where we would choose ally or betray, and it just works all the way down. But you don't actually get to finish the game really until you've explored all the different outcomes you could do, and then just the whole story just like climbs into each other and just like gets all snug and like twin bed thing. It's just twin bed with 2 people. Get cozy. It's so good. I don't know how long these are. We're fine. I know, I want to see the icon too. But we can't skip the credits. None of the buttons are working. 1 down, hopefully, out of 9. And it's not counting the ones where we die. Because I think we have 3 or 4 endings where we just ended up dying. Huh. So good. So good. And, like, so I wrote down numbers that I was told by Insism we don't need. Brother is from Free the Soul. Left is his brother, which is dead. But they've cloned all the bounty hunters, like Dio, look like Left. Like Jango Fett. Dio end. Oh yeah, give me that icon. As long as it's not Dio. It is Dio! Dang it! I was happy we had an ending until then. Dang nabbit. Okay. But that's as much as we can do here on the left. How can Phi and K be saved? We don't have that answer yet. See, we died here. We have 4 dead endings where we died. I think the only thing we have left to really do... And we don't... This needs a password. Solve the mystery of the 2-headed lion. Which we don't know. Or at least I don't know. So now we've done most of the right. We've done most of the left. We just get to pick the middle one now. You think every path has a way you can die? Yeah. In terms of like far left and far right. What is this blue? Like, what is this one? It's not a hard block. Where did Alice go? Is this still unable to do? The world shifted. First, For just an instant, I was so... Oh, we can do this one now. Cool, that's why it was green. My mind reeled then, and just as I began to adjust, it was gone, as if nothing had happened. I'm so glad I looked at this. I was going to try and start down the middle. What was that? It was the same sensation I'd felt when I saw the vision of the bombs exploding. Had it been a premonition? Do we get to save Alice in this one? I need to find Alice. Go to the crew's quarters. Crew quarters. Yeah, that has to be it. No laying down on the job is an achievement we just got. I set off at a dead run. Are we gonna get there before she dies? That would be so cool. And there were a lot more choices that time than last time. Also, guys, I was in bed for half the day, so that's why I'm able to go a little longer than usual. Just saying. I would have stopped about half an hour ago. The moment I entered the crew hallway, I made straight to the door number 2 room. Because I was like... The last few days were really long, so I was in bed for... I wasn't able to get out of bed till... like 1 or 2. But just in case any of you guys are wondering. I made straight for the number 2 door. Alice should be in here. I swallowed and threw open the door. She kills herself. Because there's nobody else. She has... Alice? So you were here. As I spoke, her eyes turned toward mine, but I didn't get the feeling that they were looking at me. Her skin was pale and sickly. Yeah, we figured that was an option, Dim. I don't think we ever... Like, she killed herself, period. That was never just spelled out. It was always just an option. Her skin was pale and sickly, and one of her hands held something like a scalpel. That, like, I'd caught her in the middle of something.
What are you doing here?
It's okay. I'm just here to help you.
Help me? What do you mean?
Just let go of that scalpel.
No, I need it to get this bracelet off. Remember what Zero Jr. told us? The bracelet comes off when your heart stops. So I just have to...
Stop! Before I even finished the word, I was running. Oh, good. I thought we'd be like, stop, wait, let me think. Oh, dang it. I grabbed both her arms and wrenched them back, pulling the blade away from her chest. Do we die now?
Let me go! I have to do this! I can't take it anymore. This whole thing is like a nightmare I can't wake up from. The only way I'm going to get out of here is to die!
And in this one, it's a scalpel, not the Myrmidon knife. Wasn't it a knife in the last one? With a grunt, I tore the scalpel from her hands. Yeah, okay. So different timelines, different possible murder weapons. Oh, the knife killed the old lady, though. Every time we've scanned her. It was a second before I felt a burning pain in my left hand. I'd apparently cut myself, getting the darn thing away from her. Did we just slit our wrists? Very quickly, it progressed from a dull throbbing to a hot line of pain across my palm. Okay. I clenched my teeth and squeezed my hand tight. I was so focused on my pain that I barely heard Alice collapse. She didn't respond when I shook her. Hey, are you alright? Alice, say something. There was a moment of terror before I realized she was still breathing. I didn't know why, but it seemed she'd only passed out. Balls. What am I supposed to do now? Man, maybe the infirmary? It's got all those medical things. Buoyed by adrenaline, I hefted Alice's body and took off toward the infirmary, but carefully took the scalpel so no one else would have it. No, I'm going to leave it there. It'll be fine.
Alright, please pay attention, everyone. You need to hear this. The Atom has finished scanning Alice.
She has Radical 6.
What did it say?
Her results are identical to Quark's. She has also been infected with Radical 6.
If I had called everyone else back after I'd brought Alice to the infirmary. 7 sets of eyes widened as Luna spoke.
Oh no. No! What's going to happen to her? Well, like I said before, there's only one way to cure Radical 6. It's a special antiviral treatment. Whether or not there's any around here, though. No! No!
One of them had it in their
Alice!
pocket. I think
don't
Quark
want
had
her
it
to
in his
die!
pocket at one point.
Please!
That might have been
Please
a different
don't
timeline,
die!
though.
I don't want to be alone! Don't die!
She would have killed herself a second ago, chill. Clover wrapped her arms around Alice's unconscious body and began to sob. None of us had the heart to pull her off, so all we could do is stand there and watch uncomfortably. Is this new? It is not new.
Everything's coming up Sigma, huh?
So hold on. We're being accused, probably. She shouldn't have to be all by herself.
What a lucky, lucky man you are.
Oh, about voting. That's probably
You
what
two
he's
are
saying.
going to be playing against Clover. If she doesn't vote, then she'll default to Ally. That means if she stays here, the two of you are going to be sitting pretty. Especially you, Sigma. After all, you've got 6 BP right now.
Are you saying I'm going to choose Betray?
If you do, you'll get what you need to escape.
Jerk. Mick jerk face.
Is that so?
Mick, everyone has your face, jerk face. For one, I'm not the only one making this decision. Luna's my partner, and she'll be in the AB room with me. You really think she'd just stand by and let me do something like that? Back me up here, Luna.
Well, actually I was planning to let you make the decision.
See? Told you. You can lie to us if you want, but you can't lie to yourself.
Usu. Urusei.
If I might make a suggestion, what if Sigma and Luna both remained here? Should all 3 of you abstain, then you would all be guaranteed to ally, correct?
Nope, doesn't work like that.
Why not?
Here, take a look at this. This is where we had the little note. I pulled the scrap paper we'd found out of my pocket.
Huh? What's this?
Read it. We found it when we went to the archives.
There wasn't anything like this in the pantry.
Nothing in the garden either.
Guess they only put one in the archives. Whatever. I'll just read it for you. Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote. Get it? The whole team can't abstain.
That means either Dio or Tenmyoji's going to have to vote then. And they're playing against Alice. Oh. I guess playing against is a little generous.
True. So Alice is guaranteed to vote ally, which means that if Dio picks Betray, he's a jerk. We already knew that.
Knock it off. You trying to get back at me for what I said earlier? No way am I gonna choose Betray. You do know her BP's at 1, right? What do you think would happen to her if I did that?
You'd kill her.
Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules.
I wouldn't put it past you.
What?
I
Cool
wouldn't.
it, boys. Don't worry. I'm gonna be in that room too. I'd planned to stay here with Quark just to make sure he was safe. But it doesn't look like I'm gonna have that luxury. I can't trust Dio to make a decision for all 3 of us. That means we're gonna be sharing a room, bucko. I've got my eye on you. Happy now, Sigma?
Yeah, that's a relief.
Exactly.
Oh man, everybody's against me.
Yep.
Whatever shall I do?
Can't be too careful. I wouldn't want to see Alice killed by an unfortunate accident.
What do you mean, accident?
Oh! Tenmyoji, before we went into the CDs, you told Alice there was something you wanted to tell her. What was it?
Huh? Oh, that, well, I mean, look, it wasn't important. Just forget about it.
5
Creepy.
minutes remain.
Time's running out, people.
Clover and I will stay here and keep an eye on Alice and Quark. Everyone else needs to go.
Okay.
What?
You're staying too?
Yeah. If something does happen, Clover might need a hand.
Aren't you a solo? You're playing against Kay and Quark. But with Quark out, that means Kay would get to decide this whole round.
Are you saying that you trust me?
Yes.
Even though I have 6 BP?
Yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you nuts? What happens when he gets 9 BP?
I'm not worried. Kay won't betray me.
How can you know that?
I
Yeah.
just know, I guess.
You just know? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Had something happened between Phi and Kay while they were out exploring?
I understand. I can hardly betray trust like that, can I? I will vote for our team.
Good. We're counting on you.
I've had enough of this bullshit.
4 minutes remain.
Come on. We need to hurry.
Let's go!
All right, you kids. Take care of those two, okay?
Of course.
We promise.
With that, we were off. Nice. I gave one last quick nod to Phi and Clover before heading back for the warehouse at a dead run. It was literally right next door. Would you run 10 feet? Jeez. Careful, you would have just ran into a door. Everybody ready? I'm going to open my AB gate. Although I guess that doesn't really matter. You already opened one earlier.
Then only you and I remain.
Right.
Okay, let's go. Is Zenyatta Dad gonna just kill us, just like get 9 and leave? Two more AB gates slid open. We all shared one last look at each other before ducking into our respective rooms. Who are we against?
2 minutes
I forgot.
remain until Ambidex's game
I think we're against
closes.
Alice?
What are you going to do?
Oh, Luna's here, that's right.
I mean, how are you going to vote?
No question. If Clover isn't voting, that means she defaults to ally. Betraying someone who isn't even playing hardly seems fair.
Of course, I think so too.
Until next time when we do have to hit the betray button to get that ending. Just saying.
I'm just glad to hear you say it.
I'm just glad we're not on the timeline where we have to betray Luna again. Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be sappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. For a minute, the Notary game didn't seem so scary. Then she spoke.
Sigma, what's wrong with your hand?
Huh?
There's something white on it.
There's white? We're a robot? Why is it white? For the first time since I'd found Alice in the crew quarters, I looked down at my hand. I thought we bled. Across the prom was some sort of strange white liquid. For a moment, I thought I'd somehow touched some white paint or something. Luminol? Well, we think we got it when we tore the scalpel away from Alice. But the truth was far stranger. The liquid was coming from my hand. Yeah, we're probably a clone. Or a robot. It was coming out of the cut I'd given myself when I grabbed the scalpel away from Alice. But why? Where was the blood? I felt a very odd sort of fear began to wrap its hand around my throat. Quickly, I held my palm against my chest. I shouldn't have let Luna see that.
Are you alright?
Yeah, it's nothing. I went to the pantry while I was looking for Alice. There was some milk and I spilled it. Should have gone with like mayo or something. Dude, milk isn't gonna last that long. Actually, I know what she probably would like believe based on how lewd we are. But you could have come up with something better. It sounded even stupider as I said it.
Really? But...
Just shut up. It's fine, alright? I'm fine. Leave me alone. I regretted the words the moment they were out of my mouth. But something was wrong, very wrong, and my head was spinning.
Sigma...
Oh man, I'm so sorry. Just don't worry about it, okay?
30 seconds remain until polling closes.
Jeez. There was no time left. I had to vote. I turned and faced the machine. Yeah, we don't need another discussion about drowning. We're fine. Took a few more deep breaths, but the chaos in my mind refused to calm itself. Calm down. Calm down. You need to think about the A-B game right now. Just forget about your hand. Who was I kidding? There was no way I could forget about something like that. What would you guys do if randomly you cut yourself and you're like, this isn't blood. What is this? I'd feel super powerful and I'd try to like pick up something.
10 seconds remain. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I know the betray option probably makes us leave. Everything you know is a lie? Well, almost.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Cool beans.
Thank you for your participation.
You're welcome.
Ambidex gates now opening.